all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen.
Beg pardon, sir. But you are the Captain Brandt bade me ask aught of you. However, it is a matter best kept from prying ears. Firstly, it is my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen it from the masquerade hall where 'twas on display. A duplicate now rests in its place. And I must beg you to keep the true art. Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle, of course. Yet, 𝘍𝙍's disdain for tradition has seen Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of indeed. When the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless elevate your— And I must confess, having watched over the blade for many, I should be well glad to see it restored to its full. My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, Sir Arisen.
There's light armor, and there's heavy armor.
If 'tis a blacksmith you need, I can't help you. Oh ho! 'Tis a regalia sword you want restored, is it? That's a first. All right, give us a look then. Now here's a masterwork of craftsmanship if I e'er saw one. Not to blow my own horn, but, as I've said, I've lain down my tools, and before you start begging, know that I don't intend to Well, why are you still standing there? Leave.
That went rather poorly, I fear. What are we to do now?
Beg pardon, sir, but I couldn't help overhearing your conversation with Brocker. You'll have to forgive him. He's been in a foul mood, though he's always been a bit crotchety, come to think of it.
Enough cheek, you wool-brained wastrel. Now, I'm off to the tavern. Can I count on you to mind things here while—
Of course you can. You go enjoy yourself. Psst. Hang about, eh? When he's gone, you and I— "'Twas special made to use glimmer coal, mined from a nearby cavern. Till the monsters settled in, that is. Neither of us can go anywhere near— Listen, Brocker's too proud to ask for help, but I'm not. Would you be willing to go out to the cavern and mine us up some glimmer coal? Should you succeed, I reckon he'll change his mind about restoring— Now, true to its name, glimmer coal emits a pale light. So you'll want to cast your eyes about for any glowing spots when you get to the cavern. Oh, suppose you'll be needing the name of the place. Diggers' Ruins 'tis called. I'll count on you to bring lots of the stuff back."
If we can procure some glimmer coal from Diggers' Ruins, Sir Brocker ought to have a change of heart about the regalia sword. Very well. We were overconfident in our abilities. 'Tis a painful—
'Tis in caverns such as these that monsters thrive.
We'd best be prepared to make our own light before we proceed.
Of course.
These walls have become a familiar sight.
Where your overconfidence does not lead to caution.
You're back! Have you any glimmer coal for me? This'll last us a good while. Brocker, we've got more glimmer coal. Now we can reignite the forge.
'Tisn't the forge what needs igniting, girl, but your fool ears. I've told you my smithing days ended when those monsters... I've no use for glimmer coal anymore. I'll not hear another word about that rusted hunk of steel. If you're so keen to have it repaired, then see to it yourself.
Oh, I was certain he'd pick up his tools again if we only had more glimmer coal. My apologies for putting you to all that trouble, sir, but mayhap your efforts needn't go to waste. I could try my hand at repairing that sword for you. Way I see it, if old Brocker's the only smith with the skill to see it done, then I'm your best hope, being as I'm his apprentice and all. Well, what say you? I'm grateful for your trust, sir. You'll soon see your faith was well... mayhap not soon as 'twere. I fear I'm a novice, but I'll see it done all the same. You have my word. Mark me. This blade will be shining like a star by the time I'm finished.
Sir Sarah is apprenticed to the legendary dwarven blacksmith. There's no doubt in my mind that she will succeed.
I was hoping you'd come round again. I've never seen this sort of craftsmanship. How'd they work such a... Hi there, Arisen! Forgive me, but I've made... The blade's make is as intricate as 'tis beautiful. Suppose that's why these things... If I only knew how to create this pattern on the steel.
What are you jabbering about now?
Oh,
You're looking at the work of a blaze hammer. 'Tis a process scarce employed, but one befitting the prestige of a regalia sword. Honestly, girl, you're no apprentice of mine if you can't figure out aught as simple...
Sorry, Brocker. Must have slipped my mind. But if these patterns were the work of a blaze hammer, mayhap that's what it'd take to fix the blade. If you've not heard the term, 'tis where you heat your hammer to extreme temperatures by dipping it in magma. 'Tis hardly e'er used since the hammers like to cool afore you can forge aught with it. Brocker's explained the process to me, but I wonder if that's enough.
It seems to will take a rather complex process to restore the sword, but I've no doubt that Sir Sarah's up to the task.
There's no great shock to me.
Knowing that the patterns on the sword were the work of a blaze hammer complicates... Suppose I'll sleep on it. Mayhap the answer will come to me on the morrow.
You're the one who brought that regalia sword here in the first place, aye? I want a word. It's that fool apprentice of mine. I haven't seen her since yesterday. Knowing her, she's skipped off to the mountain base cave on Volcanic Island to try... It's the only place with enough heat, see? Since you're the one who inspired this nonsense, you'd best go find her. And bring her back in one piece, lest I ring my hammer against that hollow shell you call a skull.
If 'tisn't the Arisen, come to check up on me, have ya? Well, I'm faring just fine. All that's left is to get this to the forge outside the cave. I hope you're ready, Arisen, as there's not a moment to spare. Follow me, and quickly.
Make haste for the cave exit.
We've made it out at last. Good on you for keeping up. Right, now to do what I came here for, then it's back to the smithy for the finishing touches.
scatterbrained buffoon! Where—
Brocker! Sorry,
There's no time for apologies, girl. We've got to get that blade on the anvil, lest the blaze hammer's treatment be for naught. You're the first apprentice of mine with the gumption to do aught like this. You got the blaze hammer work done, and you did it right. But the hardest part's what comes next. I'll walk you through what's needed, though I dare say 'tis one of the few lessons I've left to teach you. You've proven yourself this day, Sarah. You're the one fit to carry on my techniques and this smithy. But not if you're gonna stand there and gawk. To the—
come in, Brocker. Hi, Arisen. I've been waiting for you. Here it is. Your 𝘾𝙤𝙖𝙩𝙬 sword. Looks newly forged, doesn't it, eh? Brocker had me working on it for hours. Got nary a wink of sleep. But owing to that, methinks it turned out real fine. I only hope you're pleased with it. 'Tis as much your success as mine. So much has changed for me since you first brought that sword to the smithy. I feel as if I'm finally on the path to becoming a blacksmith in my own right. Thank you, sir, for all you've done on my behalf.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I inquire as to what's become of the regalia sword? So this is how the sword looked in its glory days of yore. I thought the blade ought to be restored for its history, but seeing it like this, I feel it means something more. Pray, give my thanks to the blacksmith who repaired it. 'Tis and you, Sir Arisen. You have breathed life anew into one of our kingdoms. I can imagine no worthier symbol of a sovereign's majesty. I await the date.